This is Malibu Fit Max, positive Gymfluencer. Is Gymfluencer a name? Gymfluencer. But as of late, if you ain't seen Max, he's been catching a little bit of heat. Let me show you what his content is normally about. This is the first video I ever came across of his, and I just kept going down a rabbit hole because it seemed like a genuine guy.
Right here in the fruit department, there's a couple of things I always get. At least 2 bunches of bananas. Like, these things are awesome, dude. You're gonna get about 100 calories per banana, and it's like all carbs, dude. Plus you get some potassium and niacin in there. It's really great. So add that to the mix. Bananas go in every smoothie. Plus it's a great morning snack or in between meal stack when you just need the protein, a little bit of carb. Next, you got to get a bag of apples. Any kind is really good, but I like these Cynic ones. They're great for shakes. All right, guys, I always make sure I have some honey. I like to drizzle it on my avocado toast. I know that might sound weird, but it tastes so good in the morning. But the benefits from honey is the natural sugars, and also is supposed to boost your immune system. Now, the way that works is you should have honey that's made in the region you lived in. And Costco is awesome because they do a lot of locally sourced. You can see they actually have the Kirkland Wildflower honey, awesome. But because I am in Michigan right now, they also sourced out Michigan raw honey, and it's a really great price, only $13.59. Since I am out, I am gonna get that. Look, thank you, Kirkland. I love how you support local sources.
So far, so good. All the videos I've ever seen about him come across like this: positive, informational, and he just educates you on stuff that otherwise you probably wouldn't know. But unfortunately, on the internet, there are people who look to expose people. I don't even know what the reason was. Let me just address the elephant in the room. A lot of people give him heat about his face. They're trying to figure out how his face got like that. And in his Instagram bio, he used to have IED survivor. Allegedly, he took an IED to the face. That's why his face looks like that. So this gentleman by the name of Goob, who I also follow on IG because I can appreciate his content, for some reason, he was on a mission to expose Max. I don't know how he came across this info, but he found out that Max, in fact, did not take an IED to the face. So he had to issue an apology, and here's what that looks like.
Hey guys, it's Malibu. I wanted to talk to you directly about the claim that I made taking an IED blast to the face. Before anything else, I want to be clear. I did serve between 2005 and 2010. That part of my life is something that I've always been proud of. I've always had deep respect for the men and women who served alongside me, especially those who suffered more than I ever have. I've always got comments about my face and appearance. Some of them were harsh, and to be honest, I didn't handle it well. I was new to being in the public eye, and I didn't know how to handle the criticism. Instead of facing that right away, I made a bad decision and put IED survivor in my bio. That was not true, and it was wrong. Truly, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I have always tried to promote positivity and support for others, especially veterans. But I understand that my actions here contradict that. I take full responsibility for it. I know words alone will not fix this. Trust is earned, it's not owed. All I can do is be honest with you guys going forward and let my actions speak for myself over time.
Now let's be honest. Half of the people, maybe even more than that, y'all know y'all made more than enough mistakes in your life. Don't try to make this man seem like he's the worst thing on earth because he chose to put himself on social media. First of all, a lot of y'all don't even know what it's like to be different. That is the main reason me at 45 years old, why I still don't show my tics from my Tourette's online. I cut it all out because people are judgmental, and being different, it makes life that much more harder, especially for social media, putting yourself in the public eye. Goddamn bird just won't be quiet. Do I feel he should lose his following because of a lie like this? I almost said little lie, but to a military vet, that could be big, so I'm not going to minimize it. However, he's taking accountability for his lies, and I could understand me, myself, being different, why he would lie like that. This is probably the most attention he got in his life, and figure by saying something tragic happened to his face that people would be more likely to accept what he looks like. Everybody wasn't born with these perfect aesthetics, perfect skin, perfect lips, perfect nose, whatever the case may be. So sometimes we tell these lies to help us through. Me, for example, I used to make noises that sounds like sneezes all the time. So people would say, bless you. And you know what I did? I didn't even correct them. I looked at that as a way to mask my Tourette's. That's what I did because I was embarrassed. I didn't know how to handle that. So as far as people saying stolen valor and all that in regards to him, I'm not a military man. I don't know about any of that. All I know is I see a man who gave out a genuine apology, and I can accept that because accountability is one of the hardest things in life to do. And if you could do that in front of a big audience like that, he has over 1 million followers. I salute that.